As of recently, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 76, specifically in their new game mode, Nuclear Winter. Now, a lot of you are probably like, yeah, but it's just a Battle Royale. But that's the thing. Coming from me, who doesn't like Battle Royale at all, I actually really enjoy this game mode. And of course, I plan on doing a video giving my thoughts on this game mode entirely in a later date, but that's not what I want to do in this video. I want to talk about enhancements to this mode, or should I say playlist, because, well, that'll make sense later on when I talk about that, on why I say playlist instead of just mode. So, for starters, let's talk about the Battle Royale specifically, on two main things at least. Now, the first thing I mentioned is probably something that's very obvious that they probably plan on doing anyways. I mean, I don't see them skipping over this, but just in case if they do, I still want to mention it anyways. Duos and solos inside of Nuclear Winter, I feel like is very important because there's a lot of people that are turned off on playing this mode because either they're a completely solo player or they just don't have a full 4-man team to go into this mode and play. And for me specifically, I like to play all modes in most Battle Royales, where solos, duos, and squads. And as of right now, you can just do squads. You can turn on and off the fill option. So if you have like 2 players, you can just be like, yeah, I just want to play with just me and my friend. So let's turn off the fill option. But the problem with that, of course, is that then you lead into the issue where, well, now you're at a disadvantage because there's all these other teams that have 4 players and you just have 2. So I feel like having solos, duos inside of this mode is something that they definitely should have in general. And again, they probably plan on doing that anyways, but I'm still here mentioning it just in case. But here is something that's actually bigger that I don't know if they actually are thinking about, but they should. Because this is a very amazing idea. It is something that requires not much in resources that a lot of other Battle Royales can't keep up with because, well, the thing is Fallout 76 already has this resource in front of them ready to go, and all these other games don't. And that is areas, maps, new locations. Because as of right now, inside of Nuclear Winter, we have one map. Well, should I say, one section of the map. Because it is not the entirety of West Virginia inside of Fallout 76. It's just like the area near Flatwoods and stuff like that, like the middle area of the map. And it's a great area. There's a lot of woods, there are a lot of trees, a decent amount of buildings and stuff. But here's the thing. They don't change the map ridiculously. The only thing that's different about the Battle Royale version over the adventure mode version is that they add a little bit of hazards like radiated barrels. They add the loot crates, of course, as well. And I don't think they really do much other than that. It's not really a lot of work to make these maps because it's already there in front of them. So here's the thing. They should add more maps. They can because they have the map already. Fallout 76's map is 4 times bigger than like Fallout 4. It is massive. And there's many different areas. For example, the Ash area. There's the northern area where it's like a desert with like the water parks and stuff. There's the swampy area. There's the mountains. There's even the endgame area, the cranberry bog. There's the city of that area as well. There's so many different locations inside of Fallout 76. And guess what? They don't have to do much to add these maps. They just have to section it off, add some radiated barrels or maybe a few things here and there, loot drops, little crates, and work on that, and boom, there's a map. Meanwhile, games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and Apex Legends, they would have to completely make a map or take an area and start making a building or removing an area or whatever to stay relevant with their location. That is one thing that a lot of Battle Royales are doing terrible on, is keeping relevancy. Fortnite at least keeps that, but many other ones don't. Like, for example, Apex Legends is a big game, or at least it was, and it still is, but it's not really doing well in relevancy because the map doesn't change. There's no real variety into your encounters. You're always like, well, going here, going there. Oh, I remember this location. So if Fallout 76 were to add these areas, they will come up on top in relevancy for Battle Royale because they already have the map in front of them. They just have to add the hazards and the loot crates, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And that is it's $1 million idea. So those who are developing Nuclear Winter, hear that and do that. Do not just fall asleep on your desk and not hear what I'm saying, because you can do that. And if you like the fact that people are coming together to play your game again because of this mode and you want it to stay that way, add areas. People will keep attention to this game if you have variety of locations. They will, and I promise you on that. But that's just on the Battle Royale. Now let's talk about that magical word that I said earlier, playlists. Now this is an amazing idea as well. As of right now, Nuclear Winter is a completely separate mode from Adventure Mode. But, and this is the one thing that I love about Nuclear Winter, and I'll even mention it when I talk about my thoughts on Nuclear Winter, is that when you play this mode, when you level up, or just play in general, you get stuff for your adventure character, like XP, caps, stuff for your camp, cosmetics, stuff like that. It's amazing on what they're doing. Now, the problem with that as well, though, is that you have to level up in Nuclear Winter and just play Battle Royale. And yes, the mode, for me, even though I don't like Battle Royale, I actually enjoy it. There are people out there who just absolutely do not like PvP, or they just don't like Battle Royale. Like, no matter what, they just don't like that mode. They don't like dying and then having to requeue. They don't like that. So here's the $1 million idea for Nuclear Winter as a game mode. A section of the game, a playlist. Here's a menu that I feel like would be a really good setup. So they would have Nuclear Winter on the side when you click play. You click on Nuclear Winter and then boom, you get a bunch of boxes or certain areas of a menu, like just many different things to click on. You have Nuclear Winter and it says Battle Royale, and underneath is squads, duos, and solos, and a limited time event. Just like with like Fortnite, where every time that you would find things on the floor, they would have like a limited time event where it was like snipers only or explosives only or something like that. They could do limited time events for their Battle Royale as well in this one. And that is an amazing idea as well that they can do with also having the new areas of the map to keep relevancy. A good example for Fallout 76 Nuclear Winter as a limited time event would be like when everyone has snipers. So everything that you loot is a sniper. Like, there is no other weapons. It's just sniper rifles. And that's the limited time event. And that will go on for maybe like a week or something, and then it'll be switched with something else or removed, and then they'll make other things. Just having that brings the community together to have something fun and different every single time. Even Call of Duty Black Ops 4 does this with Blackout, with their limited time events. So don't sleep on that one. But here's the other thing. Now, I just said a section for Battle Royale. Moving over to the right is other game modes. Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Search and Destroy, like modes like that. Team Deathmatch specifically is something that I really look towards because here's the thing. People don't like Battle Royale because when you die, you have to requeue. If you do Team Deathmatch, people don't have to worry about that. It's just go in, defeat enemy players, and get out. And you level up your Nuclear Winter rank in there as well. And you get things for your adventure mode as well. There are so many things that you can do with this. And when I mean so many, I mean like you can add areas of the map. It could be a 12v12 game mode. It could be a 6v6. You can even have duos, solos, like a 1v1 area where it's just snipers only. Little sections of the map to big sections. A good example is like the, I can't remember the one area. It's on the top, like north. It's that like temple, you could have that as a 6v6 area of the map, and people would just battle each other, and yeah. But here's the other thing. People love the fact that the game doesn't give you much of a big advantage in the Battle Royale. Other than like the perk cards, there's not really much there. Everything is balanced differently. There's no legendaries. You can't use your adventure mode, survival mode, OP characters in that sense. Everyone's rebalanced for this mode. So when you go into, like, for example, 12v12 team deathmatch, you have voting on the bottom screen, and you have options of what you have in your hands when you spawn in. A good example is like, you get the map, so you vote for the map, and maybe like you have everyone voting for Flatwoods area or the Ash area, the south area. So they choose that area, and it's a little bit smaller than the Battle Royale maps. It's more condensed, obviously, because it's 12v12. And then you choose the mode from Team Deathmatch. What I mean by that is that, okay, do you want laser rifle Team Deathmatch? Do you want snipers only Team Deathmatch with pistols? Do you want melee weapon only Team Deathmatch? And people vote there as well. And then it loads up the map and the game mode of what you're loading in with, and you go right in. You can even have it so then there's drops in the game. So a good example for like laser rifles only. Maybe there's a power weapon that's in the middle of the map, which is a Gatling laser rifle thing, the big heavy Gatling laser gun. Have that in the middle that people can pick up, but only one person can pick it up, and if they drop it, it drops on the floor in a little bag, just like the duffel bags from the Battle Royale, and people can pick it up that way. Amazing idea. A really, really amazing idea. Because again, one of the big things that is an issue with Battle Royale is that people don't really all like it. I mean, I even don't like it. People like Team Deathmatch. People like other modes. And one thing that Fallout 76 has right in front of them is something that other Battle Royales haven't done themselves. I mean, Apex Legends is a great example. What do you get for winning? I mean, bragging rights, cosmetics, I don't know. But you don't get to transfer that over to some kind of other mode in the game that is PvE. Fallout 76 does. Fallout 76 has you, in this Nuclear Winter game mode, earn things that go to your adventure mode character. It keeps the game connected, that even looter shooters have. This is insane. As of right now, in survival mode, if you want to get a legendary weapon that are weekly, you can only do it in survival. Imagine if they had challenges in Nuclear Winter where you would get legendaries, PvE guns for the adventure mode or survival mode. Like, maybe there's a week where it's like play 30 matches of Team Deathmatch and unlock this legendary 3-star automatic assault rifle or something like that. Could you imagine? That would bring the game together. You know, you'd still have the balanced, not over-the-top Nuclear Winter playlist, and then have the fun, calm, enjoyable adventure mode, and have the survival mode. Everyone in the community would branch together more than ever for this game. That right there is something that should be done going forward. Fallout 76, as I've even stated myself, is a game that I believe that I feel like can become something bigger over time. That it's not something that just is there and then you play it and you're done. It's an evolving game, kind of like Elder Scrolls Online, except that game is an MMO and it's huge. Fallout 76 is, I would essentially say, a community, a social game that still has the essence of Fallout, just with friends. And with that, they can basically make this game just a bigger game all around, where it feels like a connected community like Elder Scrolls Online and stuff, or maybe even better. I don't know. Because here, again, is the thing. They have these resources right in front of them. And they don't have to do much. They don't at all. While other battle royales, they have to make these things. They have to actually take the time, hire people to make maps, make locations, change locations, add weapons, whatever. All they have to do is take the things that are already in the game and give it to us in the way that I'm expressing it. Giving us modes like Team Deathmatch with many different locations, with many different playlists. Giving us a reason than just leveling up our nuclear winter rank. Because I know that as time goes on, one of the big issues is that when people get to like level 100, okay, they got to the max rank or whatever the max rank is. What's the point of going forward now? But if they were to have like every time you level up like 5 ranks past the end game, maybe you get like a giant surplus of caps for your adventure character. Maybe you get a supply drop for your adventure character of like aid or weapons, whatever. And then again, no matter what rank you are, you always have these challenges where you would unlock a weapon or armor piece that is a legendary that will be used inside of adventure and survival for that character that you choose to use. Oh my god. Am I right? Or am I right? So, I don't want this video to be a, like, oh, I want people to get their hopes up that this is going to happen, but instead, I want this video to be shared. I want this video to get out there to the Fallout 76 developers and really take everything, not just one or two, everything that I just mentioned, and maybe even more if the community can think of many other things. Like, take this video, share it on social media or whatever like that, and maybe add some things, maybe change some things. Maybe I said something that, didn't really seem like it made sense. I don't know. But I want Fallout 76 to be something that it can be. It absolutely can be. But that is all tied to the developers and the higher-ups over at Bethesda on what they plan on doing in shaping Fallout 76 going forward. Because, again, if they do these things, oh my god, Fallout 76 is a social game beyond belief, where any player who likes PvP, PvE, or severe PvP, which is survival mode, can play this and they don't feel like, oh, if I do survival mode, it's not like I'm going to get anything for whatever, or no. Because, again, Nuclear Winter, great example. You can get things for both of those modes that will relevancy. I mean, everyone likes caps. Everyone likes legendaries. Everyone likes the idea of getting to level 100 and then every, 5 ranks get, a giant surplus of, XP or caps. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't? So, again, share this on social media. Share this wherever. Fallout 76 people, I want this out there. I want these ideas out there. I want the devs to really think about these things and implement them somehow. I know that they probably won't happen overnight, but I mean, every time you make a little expansion that's free, add these things, and I will gladly get your cosmetics in the Atom shop, because my gosh, you did an amazing job if do all this stuff. So either way, I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. So thank you very much for listening, and I'm excited for the future of Fallout 76. Thank you very much. Chibi out.